Another buttermilk old-fashioned, Johnny? Let me see. Twang, a spring shoots in my eye. A spring, ladies and gentlemen! For those of you under 30, they were digital. Yeah, never mind, you know. Because I do like to do the spring in the scale jokes for audiences under 30. You have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah. Matt was talking about the vasectomy. Fuck that. You know, my wife said since we're not going to have the children, because we're going to have what do you call it? Fun. My friends are all, oh my God, a couple of years I'll be putting my kids through college. And I'm like, fuck, a couple of years I'll be putting myself through college. And then, no, wait, I fucked up the joke. Oh, fuck. I saw my wife in the back and she was mocking me somehow. You God damn it! I got married. Can you imagine? I was the eternal bachelor, and I met this lovely woman. And you know what? You know what hooked me on her is I spent a couple nights at her house, and she's put a bear trap in the hallway and covered it with bourbon. And so, you know, and yeah, we got married. And I never even really thought about getting married, but it's not bad except for this. Apparently now, I'm not supposed to sleep with other women or some shit like that. I find that restrictive, and I'm your best friend. My best friend wouldn't put restrictions like that on me, but we'll work it out. So anyway, aside from the fucked up Paris joke, see, I'm putting myself through Paris. That's the humor, see? But I fucked it up. So anyway, so my wife says, well, why don't you get a vasectomy? And so we have the Kaiser. I don't know if you have the Kaiser health plan, and how it is you go, Kaiser, every month I give them $400, and then in return they never allow me to see a physician. It's the American healthcare system at its finest. Yeah, that's how it works. You don't want to have that universal shit where you just go in and get help. At Kaiser, they have the advice nurse, and the advice nurse, do you have the Kaiser? Anybody? Matt, you guys, anybody? Yeah, you guys have it? Yeah, the advice nurse is like an offensive lineman on a football team. I played football in college. It's very offensive line. Nobody gets by you. That's the only, we have one job. For every person that gets by the advice nurse at the Kaiser Hospital, they dock her $50 and make her do 10. They do right there off the bat. Go down, give me 10, advice nurse. And then if you get by the advice nurse, you're fucked, because then you get to the primary care physician at Kaiser, who is great, except for the fact that he got his medical degree in a weekend program at Chico, and his diagnosis is that your shoulder is hella fucked, and you should just take a hit off this bone, and you'll be fine. Yeah, Kaiser, good Lord. Christ, you get the Playboy Mansion easier than Kaiser, and yeah, completely true. And so this is completely true story. So my wife says, well, call, you know, because I've given them $400 for about 1,000 fucking years and never been in there. So God forbid I take, you know, some of these services. So I call, this is true, I call the Kaiser, you know, the Kaiser vasectomy line, right? And hey, yeah, you know, my wife says, come on in there and get the vasectomy. So I come, hey, my name's Johnny, and I'm a member of the Kaiser, and I'd like to have a vasectomy. And this is what the advice nurse person on the line says, completely true, verbatim. Well, you have to come down and take a class first. What? What? You misunderstand. I don't want to learn to perform one on myself. Seems like a rather complicated procedure, and I'm kind of squeamish, and I don't even have a handheld mirror or an X-Acto knife, so I don't know how this is going to come off. I'm already taking a Pilates class and a Spanish class, so I'm kind of booked up. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Hola! Maricón. Click. And so they show a film. It's a horrible. Did you see? Anybody see the film? I mean, because almost in every audience somebody has seen this. And they show a horrible film, and this is the first thing I noticed about the film. Not very encouraging, but the first thing I noticed at the Kaiser vasectomy class. The film is 30 years old. Yeah, it's a horrible film, and it's just like, you know, Joe Cino's a douchebag. It's like a high school film strip gone berserk, and they're trying to make it seem like it's no big deal. Yeah, it's no big deal. It's not your genitals, for Christ's sake. It's like, hi, welcome to the Kaiser vasectomy, the kind of film, you know. Hi, welcome to the Kaiser vasectomy. Don't worry, it's a painless and quick procedure. First, you'll sit in this chair that looks a little like a barber chair. Humor, you know. Yeah, it looks like a barber chair. There the similarities end, I yell out from the back. No crew cut for you, my friend. Yeah, I won't bore you with the details, but they crank you back, and then they pull a cord out of both sides of you called the, you know what it's called? The vas deferens.
Yeah.
You know why? Because there's a vast difference between what's going to happen to you now and what you'd really rather be doing on a Tuesday morning at 8. And then, yeah, and they pull out a vast difference on both sides of you, and then they bring in the gardener, and he hacks at it for a while in a drunken stupor. Mas, no mas, right? My wife was howling, I don't know, dear. I mean, Mr. Canellis is back here. He's run a bar for 30. Have a drink, Johnny. Your blood alcohol is only 9.7, you know. All right, Mr. Canellis. Could have dreams of Ed McMahon in his underwear running them out of my hotel room tonight. And, yeah, so no, they cut it, and then, you know, in the early days of vasectomy, did they tell you this, Matt, what they do? In the early days, they just cut it and shoved it back in and sent you on your foolish way, right? But sperm were sneaking out all over the joint, and they got, right? And they got, yeah, early days, that's all they did, and it didn't work. And so now they say they cut out a section of each, right?
Yep.
And then, right, at Kaiser, they heave that into the linguine pie for later. Yeah, for dinner. Dinner! I joke, dinner! Like anybody stays overnight at Kaiser, you know. People walk in open heart surgery one day, really? Outpatient? Yeah, they walk in the fucking streets. Yeah, they cut out a segment of each side, because they just, you know, because when they let them in, they don't know exactly how, but they cut them loose, and they just let them wiggle around in there like a hose in the backyard of your 5-year-old's birthday party, just squirting it in, you know, either an ambitious, you know, maybe when they passed, whoa, like an ambitious sperm hopped across, they don't know, or like maybe one swam out of up here, and then in here like Shelley Winters in the Poseidon Adventure. I used to be a champion swimmer. You go, big girl. You go, big girl. So now they cut out that segment, and then here's my favorite part. What do they do to the four ends, Matt? Do they tell you? You know what they did, right?
What, did they cauterize it?
They cauterize it. That's what they do. We cauterize it, which is a nice way of saying they burn it. They burn it. And they burn it. And this was I live in Berkeley, so the nearest hospital is Oakland. So, you know, to save money at the Oakland Kaiser, you know what they do to burn it? They bring a welder in from the Oakland docks. And, you know, they interrupt the Raider game and bring him over. And where do you want it? Right here. Yeah. So just to recap, you're naked from the waist down, your reproductive organs are on the outside of your body, on fire. Hey, when can I sign up? Can I sign up? When can I sign up? You fucking nuts. 8 miles away. The hospital's getting smaller and smaller. I never went back. I never fucking went back. It's easier to have a kid and drown in the creek than fucking go through that. Drown in the creek. I don't give a shit. I don't want a kid. Gimme. Take me to the Waffle House. Fuck that. Daddy's eating all the waffles. Oh my God, avoid that film if you can. It was called Ouch My Scrotum, and I don't want you to see that. What are we talking about? I don't know. God, I can't believe it was 10 years ago we were here. Is that insanity? Oh my God, I can't. You look over the room and you go, it's still us, but it's what happened in 10 years, disappeared, and oh my God. What are we?
We're hotter now.
We're hotter? Yeah, because you're going through menopause. That's what Oh my God! I'm the ad-lib king! Look out! You know, ladies and gentlemen, when you're 6 inches high, you've got 25 watts in your face, you get all heady! You get all fucking heady and crazy. Yes, sirree. I don't feel that bad, except I'm falling apart. I'm falling apart. I used to be down with the people when I was young. Attica! Remember Attica? Now it's sciatica. Who's holding the glucosamine? Chondroitin. That's the drugs are after now. You got chondroitin, man. Yeah. Come on, back in.